Why am I always so quiet? Am I here now? I'm here. To use my made up diaphragm.
Tanner, if
Only girls have diaphragms.
if it was if your life depended on it,
Yes.
would you eat another human?
Only
Yes.
you're my best friend.
Do I have spices?
Well seasoned, yeah. Well seasoned. You got the spice. You got a nice chicken broth.
Is there like a ceremony involved, or?
I mean, if you want,
No.
you
just
can break
eat
out the
them or not.
sacrificial dagger.
Yeah, I'd give it a shot.
Yeah.
You know.
Are we good?
Are you good?
I didn't see the tripwire there.
Fucking got him. Bailey, what about you? Do you think you would eat a human?
Yeah, I've seen Tokyo Ghoul. I eat a human.
Yeah.
I get the feeling we're just jumping right into this. We're
This is just curious.
Just out of curiosity.
Has nothing,
this
to,
has
do
nothing to do
with
with
the
it.
topic.
Are you like inviting us to a cookout or?
Because if y'all want to come over.
Anyway, Emily's not here tonight, so
Yeah,
But
no,
instead,
I'm filling in.
yeah.
It's me, Kara Lee. Woo woo.
who's
and what?
two? Man, Norman fluctuates wildly between very loud and very quiet.
Okay.
I don't know.
Why
Are you sure it's
why
not
am
me?
I?
All right, go ahead.
No, I'm fine.
No, you should be good. Give us some words. What's next?
Why?
Oh, I didn't plan this far ahead.
Oh, wait.
Hey, y'all.
We're introducing ourselves or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm Tanner.
So professional.
I'm Norm.
I'm the other special guest, Bailey.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that. And who are
I
you?
am the other special guest, Kara Lee.
I thought she already introduced herself. I'm so confused.
No, that was just to set up that Emily's not here. Now we're introducing.
Oh.
Yes.
Very excited for you to be here.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about something. I don't know what.
And it does not have to do with eating people.
Okay.
Or the East Side Boys.
If it's that thing.
I don't know.
I think it was the Yin Yang Twins.
I'm gonna
It
send
was the Yin Yang twins. You're
Was it?
right. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
man. It's
Wait,
After
actually,
this,
Get
let's
Low was
maybe
East
not.
Side Boys. That was Lil Jon and East Side Boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get Low.
You
Which
mean
is
Twins wasn't
that
in there,
song.
No, that's not the same song, is it?
it is.
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
It is. Okay. Well, maybe.
yeah.
It's,
Well,
No, the Yin Yang Twins was.
I need a fact check.
Okay.
Yin Yang Twins
I'll
was.
ask the Fine Bros videos I recently watched with it in there.
Okay,
What?
just look
Didn't
up
they
on
sing-
Google.
Yeah.
Because I'm... This
Didn't they
is
sing the
the
thong
Mandela
song?
effect. I don't know what's going on.
No, that was the song was Cisco.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Yeah, they know Cisco.
Yeah,
Get Low.
Now, I assure all listeners, this is critical to my report
By
today.
Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
weird.
Well, that settles it. I win.
What is
It's
it?
about winning.
What do the Yin Yang Twins sing?
I don't know. It's
It's a
wait till you
song.
see
They
my
sing.
dick.
They sing a very popular song. I forget which one it is. What
I
is
mean, a
it?
lot. Just wait till you see my dick. There's
Yeah,
what's it?
I'm thinking of
Salt
another one.
shaker.
Yes, I'm thinking of that
That's the
one.
one.
Salt shaker. Yeah.
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 That's the one I was
Should get like a
thinking
salt
of
shaker.
for sure.
What?
You know they played at Sewell Park
Really?
for Riverfest. You
pretty
can
cool.
cut this out because
Damn, yeah, we should go to San
No one
Marcos
knows where
sometime.
that is.
Yeah, the first few minutes of this are going to be a little choppy for the people listening. I'm going to have to cut out just the parts where we were goofing off.
We're almost ruined Norm's
I'll just
computer.
shut up.
I do have a question. So when I was guest starring on C3,
Yeah.
there was a point where I was stepping in for Bailey,
Yeah.
And I was doing my Bailey impression, and you bleeped
No,
me.
that wasn't on C3.
That was on
it?
C3?
Oh,
I thought that was on this. On
It was on
Speed
this,
Tricks. Oh, okay.
and that was intentional for comedic effect.
Yeah.
You never bleep me out, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, good.
I let,
I don't
let
like
you
being
do it.
censored.
Do you
I
not
let you
listen
do
to
your
your own
thing.
podcast?
Not a lot, no, because I do it.
Yeah, I was there. I don't need to hear it.
I hear it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I
so-
know you do. I listened. Actually, I did listen to it with Tanner while he was editing it the other day. And
The one episode.
It's kind of like, what's the word?
Weird.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
I was like, I've already done this.
Yeah.
Like, I know exactly what
Yeah.
I'm going to say. I know what happens next.
I will say there's sometimes where I listen, and I'm like, I don't remember Tanner even saying that at all. Like, what the...
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are a few times like that.
Especially
yeah.
when we all talk over each other,
Yeah.
and then you catch something other people were saying.
He likes to sneak little sayings in.
I do.
Yeah.
I'll get real close and say
And then
something
usually it's
quiet.
just me that hears it, and then me and Tanner just giggle about it in the back for a little bit.
Yeah.
I like to hear it without a microphone so I can laugh and
You can
not
laugh on the
be-
mic.
Laugh on
I
the
do
mic.
all the time.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, whenever I don't have a mic and I'm listening and I hear him say something or somebody say something and nobody else hears it,
Yeah.
you can cut that out. It's fine.
So anyway,
So the games
We were
Game
talking
Awards
about
sucked
eating
ass.
people.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so eating people, that's pretty crazy, right?
I mean, look, it's a cultural thing.
It is. It is. I had to think about that for a second. Yeah, I mean, depending on where you are, but then this instance, I lied. This is definitely about eating people.
Yeah, I think
Cannibalism.
I think I caught a peek at the
Just in case.
topic,
Oh.
and so I
What? Okay.
I was just walking
Eating
by.
Hannibal right now?
Oh, okay. Cool. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and jump right into is my week to come up with the topic. So recently I saw a trailer for a new horror movie coming out called Horns. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys if anybody's
Is that
heard
that
of it.
Daniel Radcliffe one?
No. I know what you're thinking
no,
of,
yeah,
but
yeah,
no.
not that. And
'Cause that's been
no, I think
out.
it's Antlers. I think it's called Antlers. It's like
Okay.
horns, antlers, something like that.
I know what you're talking about. I think I saw a trailer for it.
Yeah, and the more I started watching it, the more I started kind of recognizing what the monster they're going for is. Because I don't think they said in the trailer, and that got me thinking. That's a really interesting topic. So to start off, I do kind of want to talk about one specific man. His name's Swift Runner. That is his
Tight.
name. Yep. So Swift Runner was a Cree Indian who lived during the 1800s.
Oh, okay, that makes more
Yep.
sense.
I was like, is he going to make a joke of it?
More sense.
Okay.
Swift Runner.
Swift Runner. Yeah, so he was a Cree Indian who lived during the 1800s and what is now
Isn't
central.
that the bad guys from
Alberta.
Star Trek?
Cree?
Yeah.
No, I know it's the bad guys from Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might also be thinking of the Krill, and that might not be Star Trek. That might
I don't
be.
think
Are
it's Star
krill
Trek.
a type of fish?
Yes.
Shellfish, maybe?
They're also the bad guys from the Orville,
What is that?
which is the
Red
best
Marker?
Star Trek show. Yes, the bad guys
Yo,
from
the
the life
popcorn
and
guy?
times of the popcorn guy.
Well, I will say the Crees, they are one of the large groups of First Nations in North America. In Canada, over 350,000 people are Cree or have Cree ancestry. The majority of the population of Cree in Canada live north and west of Lake Superior in Ontario.
I was going to make a joke about that presidential candidate, but I can't remember her name now.
Cree.
The one I was
Larson.
like, I was down to vote for her for a while.
Yeah.
But she did that thing where she was like, I'm definitely part Native American. And she was
that-
fighting for like Native American rights, which is noble and stuff.
But she was
But then
white.
she did the blood test and she was like 184th
Yeah.
Cherokee or something like
Yeah.
that.
I remember seeing that somewhere.
Anyway, if anyone remembers that name, tweet it at Norman at UnhappyBananas on Twitter, and he will let me know. I don't want any DMs.
Yeah,
Thank you.
just yeah. I'll definitely check that.
Getting tweeted at is not a DM.
Probably check my tweets like maybe
Whatever.
once every quarter.
I don't have anything to say to that.
Oh, looks like I win this time.
Private message me on TikTok.
Gross.
I don't have it.
Oh,
It's Chinese
yet.
spyware.
Yeah, it is.
So, what is it?
Fair. Anyway,
So Swift Runner was an Indian who lived in the 1800s, what is now central Alberta.
Oh, man, he might have met the backpack lady.
Could have. I mean, she's been everywhere.
No, just San Marcos. if I'd have to fact check that, so I'll look into it again.
Yeah, do that. So his background didn't really seem too unusual. He lived like a happy life as a kid. And as a young man, he received a solid, useful Cree education. He married and had a family of 6 children. He traded with the Hudson Bay Company, and in 1875, he served as a guide for the Northwest Mounted Police, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, Swift Runner, he was also a hunter and a trapper from the country north of Fort Edmont. He was a big man.
How's it spelled?
Oh, God. Edmonton. Edmont.
Okay.
Yeah?
Is this Canada?
It is Canada.
Is that Edmonton?
Edmonton.
Like where? Like the Oilers?
This is
Go Stars.
This is my presentation. So
But that might be correct.
Edmonton is a place in Canada.
no.
No, that's
places
wrong
with
place.
The same name.
Yeah, you're thinking of something completely different.
Okay. I'm just clarifying because they have a hockey team.
Yeah, but just to simplify it, I'll call it Edmonton completely different.
Yeah, just to make it easy for you,
just
Tanner.
easy for you.
Like it might have just evolved into that later.
They changed the spelling.
They put in a Tim Hortons and they were like, we got to make ourselves sound like a real
They added
place.
an extra N at the end.
So Swift Runner, he was a big man. He was over 6 feet tall, and he was well liked. He was mild and trustworthy and considerate husband. And
Kind of reminds me of myself.
he was very fond of his children. He had 6 of them, so I mean,
Yeah.
Hopefully.
yeah.
There had to be something that was like, yeah, I guess one more can't hurt. Yeah.
So Swift Runner, awesome guy. Everybody loved him. To kind of shift gears a little bit, what do you guys know about the Wendigo?
I know a fair bit, but to be fair, until my blood test, I also thought I was mostly Native American. And I really like Until Dawn,
Yeah.
which famously or not has a Wendigo in it.
Yeah, that's my knowledge on it as well.
So
Yeah, I think that was actually the first time I actually knew anything about a Wendigo. But there's been many movies about them, and they've definitely changed over
Really?
time as well.
Yeah,
I mean, there's literally a movie called Wendigo.
really,
was the
two.
did you ever watch that? Fuck. What was that one about like radiation and stuff?
Chernobyl Diaries.
Yeah, did that have a Wendigo in it? Something like it?
Chernobyl?
Maybe Chernobyl. I'm thinking not like the show.
No, the movie
The
Chernobyl
movie.
Diaries
Yeah,
with the crazy Russian guy. Well, he's Ukrainian, but
maybe.
the one where he acts like his hands get eaten by a fish, and then he pulls it out, and he's just holding beef jerky, and he's like, he's only jerky.
Maybe
That's pretty good.
I can't really
Yeah, it
remember.
was a
It's
good
been a
one.
while since I've seen it.
He offers it to like Aaron Carter
But is there one like towards the end?
or Nick Carter. I can't remember.
They're both amazing. Except Aaron Carter now. Never mind.
No, I thought it was Nick Carter now. That's crazy.
No, it's Aaron
No,
Carter.
Aaron Carter's crazy.
Oh man.
Had a little bit too much of the candy, if you know what I mean. But no, I thought there was a
What are we even
Wendigo
talking
in that
about?
movie.
Wendigos. So, for those that don't know, Wendigo is a man-eating creature or evil spirit from the folklore of the Native Americans. It's based in northern forests of Nova Scotia, the east coast of Canada, and Great Lakes. The Wendigo is described as a monster with some characteristics of a human, or as a spirit who has possessed a human being and made them become monstrous. Its influence is said to invoke acts of murder, insatiable greed, cannibalism, and the cultural taboos against such behaviors.
So, everyone who listens to this regularly knows my stance on most of this stuff.
Cannibalism?
Well, now they know that as
All
well.
for
yeah.
it.
Go for it. Obviously, I don't buy into Wendigos as a real thing. But I think it's amazing that in every culture, we come up with something to blame for us just kind of being shitty. You know what I mean? Oh, he killed that guy? It must have been the Wendigo. Not my boy. It was the Wendigo got him.
The Wendigo, man.
Boy sitting there with an arm in his mouth.
Yep, that's classic Wendigo.
So, yeah, I wonder... I don't know too many other folklores that are revolve around cannibalism. I'm sure there's a lot.
I thought you were going to say that revolve around people being shitty.
Well...
I know a few.
Yeah, I do too.
Succubus? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
That's a good one. Anyway.
It's a good D&D character to play as, though. So the creature lends its name to the controversial modern medical term Wendigo. Oh crap! The medical term Wendigo psychosis, described by psychiatrists as a cultural bound syndrome with symptoms such as an intense craving for human flesh and fear of becoming a cannibal.
Naturally.
Yeah, right. And in some indigenous communities, environmental destruction and insatiable greed are also seen as a manifestation of Wendigo
Psychosis.
Jesus. The P is really throwing me off on that word.
It's silent.
Yeah, it's silent.
Norman didn't do well in med term.
Did not. So in 19...
I didn't either.
Well, thank you for making me not feel alone.
What if
Bailey?
silent was spelled with P?
It'd make more sense.
It would, actually.
P-S-I-L-E-N-T.
It was like throw a K in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in 1978, Swift Runner returned from his winter camp in the spring without his wife and 6 kids. Without a proper explanation on their whereabouts, his in-laws started to get suspicious and contacted the police. So,
Y'all ever notice how the word Q has 4 silent letters and 1 pronounced letter?
What is it? It's like Q-U-E-U-E.
Q-U-E-U-E? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, don't you
It's
pronounce one of the U's?
Q.
No, it's just Q.
Yeah,
Q.
but I
That's
feel
like
like
the
to be a
letter
word,
A.
it has to be at least 2 letters, right?
They could have just done it like
You
the
can't
letter
just do a
A.
letter. It would
I
be
don't
called
know
a
if that
letter and not a
counts.
word.
Well, like, what about
I. True. You're
Orange
right.
was
Never
named
mind.
after the fruit.
False. Actually.
No, Elon Musk said the color orange was named after the fruit.
That's not true.
I'll show you.
and that begs the
How do you
question,
know-
what
how
about
do
the
you-
color green apple?
How do you know that the video is
That
true?
is a color. Macaroni yellow.
Yeah, what
Or
came
orange.
first? Macaroni?
Was it
orange?
orange or
Orange.
yellow? Macaroni. Orange. Blood orange. Let's get back into cannibalism.
Yeah, let's do this. So,
Are blue raspberries real?
so the in-laws, they contacted the police, and they got Inspector Gagnon. If someone can help me with this one, that's Gagnon. Gagnon.
Gagnon.
Yes.
Gagnon.
Magnum?
That sounds like a character in someone's parody of
Or
D&D.
Gagnon.
Yeah,
Gagnon.
right. So I'm going to call him G, Inspector G.
Gadget.
Inspector Gadget.
Go stupid
There was
boy.
2 movies of that, too. That's weird. Huh?
Yeah.
2.
So, as my dad so kindly brought up while I was home this last weekend, I did make him walk out of the theaters during the first one because the man with the claw scared me in live action.
Wow.
No.
We walked across the theater and
What a
watched
bitch.
Tarzan instead.
No.
That's real. I have seen it since. I don't understand what I was on about.
Yo, the Tarzan
But,
soundtrack, though?
Oh, fire.
Yeah, that's
fire.
worth it. Actually, if we could be honest here, that was a better movie to see.
I want to know.
Like, just...
Yeah. What about that junkyard one with the drums?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Zoobidoo-bop-bop. All right, anyways.
So, Inspector G was given the task of investigating Swift Runner's behavior. He and a small party of policemen accordingly trekked out to the trapper's home, the winter campsite. Swift Runner, he was like, cool, yeah, let's go, and showed the mounted policeman a small grave near his camp. He explained that one of his boys had died and was buried there. Inspector G and his boys opened the grave and found the bones undisturbed. That, however, did not explain the human bones scattered around the campsite. Inspector G produced a skull, which Swift Runner willingly told him that was his wife's, without much probing, Swift Runner revealed that he had happened.
Oh yeah, that's my wife's skull right there.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
No big
I've seen
deal.
it thousands of times.
I have a follow-up question.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Oh, no, not me. Inspector G.
Okay.
He's like,
I do not.
Inspector G saw the bones.
Oh yeah.
Ew,
Yeah.
clean them up. We can do that with every topic we do.
Try to just sneak one in.
Yeah.
Thank you, John Mulaney, for our joke.
Yeah. It's now ours.
So it's just he took him up there, and the cops are just kind of looking around like, a lot of bones here. That's weird. But where's that grave at? Oh, the grave's right here. Here's the bones. Yeah. But like, what about these other ones though? Oh, that's
Yeah.
my wife.
Yeah, so he like buried his son, but didn't bury his wife.
Why is her shin over here?
Something
But
ate my
head's
kids,
over
so I
here.
ate the rest of my family. I don't know. Just seemed
So
the
weird.
right thing to do.
Hey, let me finish the story. All right.
He had to get to him first.
They couldn't. He was Swift Runner, the fastest runner in the tribe.
Well, this is what happened. So after finding all these bones in the skull of his wife, Swift Runner revealed what had happened to the rest of his family. Now, at first, Swift Runner became haunted by dreams. A Wendigo spirit called on him to consume the people around him.
Oh.
The spirit crept through his mind, gradually taking control. Finally, he was the Wendigo. And Swift Runner no longer had no control over himself. The Wendigo killed and ate Swift Runner's wife. This accomplished, the Wendigo forced one of Swift's boys to kill and butcher his younger brother.
Jesus.
While enjoying this grisly sight, the spirit hung Swift Runner's infant by the neck from a lodge pole and tugged at the baby's dangly feet. It was later shown that he had also done away with Swift Runner's brother and his mother-in-law, though he acknowledged that she had been a bit tough.
Is that a pun? Is that wordplay?
That was part of the report, man. That's from his.
Like, was she just not properly tenderized, or was she kind of like mean?
I don't know, man. That was just the quote he gave.
She wasn't properly tenderized.
Could have been, or both.
There's your answer.
Could have been both.
That's what I want it to be.
So the revolted police party hauled Swift Runner and the mutilated evidence back to the Fort Saskatchewan. The trial began on August 8th, 1879. The judge and the jury did not view the Wendigo idea in the same light as the Cree. They saw Swift Runner as a murderer, and the trapper made no attempt to hide his guilt. And they sentenced him to be hung.
Shit.
Yeah,
pretty rough.
as you would.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, would you?
naturally.
So I do. Oh God, I do know that.
Did he provide any physical evidence of a Wendigo?
I mean, can you?
His body. Look at this. This was once a Wendigo. Just pointing at himself.
I know that I read somewhere, and I tried to find it again. I couldn't, but I read somewhere that in certain tribes, it is not unheard. Like, it's okay to kill a Wendigo.
Like if someone is acting kind of Wendigo-y.
Yeah, it's like, hey, tribe-wise, like, it's
Street
cool.
justice.
Street justice.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, though, a lot of that comes into conflict with.
A lot of people who are just like, hey, man, he was kind of Wendigo-y.
It's like, ew, your shoes are nasty.
Also-
Well, I'm going to kill you now because I think you're a Wendigo.
Hey Tanner, you're kind of Wendigo-y.
Oh, no.
We
Tanner-
might have to kill you.
Not if I eat you first.
Tanner, you're looking very delicious today.
Can we eat the Wendigos? They're like, wait a second.
I think that's how you catch it.
We can turn the blender back on.
But a lot of times, like, this is a situation where culture is conflicting with just the law. There has been cases where someone has killed a Wendigo, but under, like, Canadian law, you can't murder somebody. So,
Man, I feel like there's not much else to do in Canada, though.
The way skating.
It's hockey, right? We talked about that.
There is hockey and donuts. I hear
Oh, don't they have
they
that
have
one,
donuts. Tim
that one
Hortons. I
thing?
already made a joke about it earlier.
It's like the French fries and stuff.
Oh, poutine.
Yeah, poutine.
Yeah, poutine. They got some awesome actors that we stole.
Yeah.
yeah,
Comedians
Justin
and everything,
Bieber.
And him.
not who we were talking about.
Yeah, we'll put them with
obviously,
Nickelback, okay?
obviously, we
Let
were
them sit
talking
over
about
there.
the one white guy on Wild 'N Out.
God damn it.
Who's that?
I don't know his name.
There's a couple.
Nah,
There's at least 2 white
it's
guys on
just
Wild
the
'N Out.
awkward one.
No, there's at least 2.
So, last thing we heard from him, so he was sentenced to be hung, so
Right.
execution. Now, the sentence presented a problem. The police had never before conducted a execution. So the actual police force has only been in there, in that area for like 5 years. So, like, pretty fresh.
Also Canadian.
Yes.
Something to consider.
Yeah, also Canadian.
A hanging would be a huge inconvenience, and that's not really the way they roll.
They're going to hang this guy, and he's like, sorry for doing it. They're like, well, it's okay, but we got to do it. So they did.
Man, if I had like a good Canadian accent, I would really go in on this.
go in on
Really
that?
with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but man. But the police had never before conducted an execution. Although the Hudson Bay Company had once hanged an employee for murder, this was, for all intents and purposes, the first formal execution in
That
Western
sounds like
Canada.
a private entity that hung that guy.
It was the 1800s, man. What do you want?
He murdered him. Hang him.
He was acting Wendigo-y.
Staff Sergeant Fred Bagley, a forced burglar, was put in charge of the arrangements. A gallows was erected.
Run me through that whole sentence again.
Staff Sergeant Fred Bagley, a
Okay.
forced burglar, was
What?
put in charge.
He was a burglar? Like, what kind of burglar? The Hamburglar? What is happening here?
Yeah, just picture the.
Are you saying forced?
Yeah, force.
Forced?
Force. No D.
Force.
Force burglar.
Yeah,
He stole shit.
So, like, he's...
On behalf of
like
the
he
law.
steals...
I knew I should have looked up that title. Like,
he wrote it and was like, ah.
oh, these guys don't know what I'm talking about.
Do you think they hung the first guy and they're like, we should do this more often?
Man, that was fun.
That was funny.
So, anyone want to bite?
So he was put in charge of the arrangements. The gallows was erected within the fort and closed at.
We don't know what he is yet.
What?
What's a
I don't know what to
force
tell you,
burglar?
man. Someone. Okay, look, fine.
Just make it
You
up, I
have
don't
your
care.
computer.
Just give me an answer. I don't
Fine,
care
okay,
what
fine.
it is.
You boys just kind of
Pad.
pat it.
Okay.
So
So, what'd you think of the Game Awards, Bailey?
I'm upset about it, but I'll get over it. There's got to be a Nintendo.
You
Direct
should write a blog about this.
soon. Is this how we deal with
We
our
used
feelings
to
now?
have a blog on our original website with written content.
People don't read blogs anymore, do they?
No, that's why we don't.
With
No.
a whole written content.
That's why
Yeah.
your blog is now this.
It's true.
Yeah, everybody likes
This
podcasts
is a
more.
blog.
Podcasts.
Or is this a vlog?
It's a lot
You can multitask
easier
with
to
podcasts.
explain to someone why you're listening to a podcast versus why you're reading a blog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be honest.
like
maybe that
audiobooks.
was a typo when I wrote it. So I googled it, and only thing. So first it came up with, you mean forced burglary? No, and then I was like, okay, let me put Canada, and it's like Burger King's in Canada. So
That's not even a Burger King thing.
I don't know, man. You know, I'm gonna erase it. It's gone. It's gone.
Wait, what was the word? I'm sorry, I
Forced
forgot.
burglar.
Oh, yeah.
Force burglar.
Just a burglar that used force.
But he's
also
part of the
a
law.
staff sergeant.
We got this burglar, and now he's an officer.
I'm thinking
Oh wait, I'm an idiot.
maybe
Force.
he steals
Oh,
from
wait,
Jedi.
wait, what? Did you read like the next line or something?
Like
No.
he goes in and
I do that
snatches
sometimes.
midi-chlorians and stuff, you know?
What is going on over here?
Force burglar.
So it's not force burglar. It's force bugler. So
Put an R in there.
Hold on, what's a bugler?
He plays the bugle.
What's a bugle?
It's a horn.
It's
He
a
wakes
horn,
everyone
yeah.
up with taps.
Yeah,
dope.
it's a
I'm glad we
bugler.
got here, guys.
I typed
made it.
burglar. So
Okay.
there we go.
So
okay.
So what? Like
Everyone makes mistakes.
The force
Thank
of
you.
Everyone
this-
has those
No,
days.
yeah,
Thank
this,
you.
This made a great
Hey,
point in the podcast.
that's my job.
So, like,
I do the music quotes here.
Well,
Anyway, the
Not this time.
gallows were erected within the fort
Ooh.
in Fort Saskatchewan.
Ooh.
Oh, calm down.
Hold on.
tell them to calm down.
What did the bugler guy do?
What do you mean? He was in charge of making the arrangements for the execution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
They gave the horn guy.
Hold on.
They said, "Hey, you play the horn. You keep waking us up. It's pissing us off. You go do it."
So they're looking around going, we have to hang a guy and we've never done it before.
Who annoys the fuck out of us? John.
Who do we call?
Fred Bagley.
It's like, God damn it, I'm going to play the horn so loud tomorrow morning.
I feel like they were all in a meeting trying to figure out who had to do it. And they all go, not it, and touch their nose. And then he comes in with this horn for playing.
That
And he's
doesn't
like,
count.
Oh, come on.
Is his hand already at his nose? It doesn't count. It doesn't count him.
Oh, so do you guys? I don't know. Do you guys know anything about ranks in the military?
No.
Like a
I
little.
played Call of Duty once.
Because he is a staff sergeant, and I feel like that's
I know, okay.
Is that like right under a sergeant major?
So it's different. It's different
Or something
for
like
each
that?
country, and
Yeah.
it's different in America for each branch.
okay.
Like, it really depends. In Canada, who knows? This could be just a guy that had a horse and a coat and a bugle. You know?
He looks like he's cut out for this.
So is that
Kind of
the,
a psycho.
Is that the painting? That's the painting we're gonna paint for him. He was just some guy with a bugle.
I just
picturing-
imagine like
okay.
super straight face too, and
Did
he's
you
like,
see-
"I'll do it. I'll hang somebody."
Did you see
No, you
Scary
just set it
Movie
up.
1?
Yeah,
Where they're doing the Scream. They're
Yeah.
doing Scream.
Yeah.
Detective Doofy?
yeah.
That's what I'm picturing.
God damn it! God damn it!
But like in Mountie get up,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, of course.
Red
But
coat.
But with
No.
with a water gun instead of a gun.
I picture him as every cop just so that I'm not scared of them.
They gave him a horn instead of a gun.
If you get in a shootout, blow real hard.
Where's my gun? Here. Take this. How do I shoot this? You blow into it. Oh.
There's no bullets.
Promoted. Staff sergeant.
Now go hang somebody.
Well, on that appointed morning, this is a very cold December 20th. Swift Runner was led to the scaffold.
Man, December in Canada?
December in Canada.
What
man.
a bad day to die.
Right?
Cold.
You don't even get to look at anything. It's just snow and death.
Yeah. And he
Depression.
he murdered his family in the springtime.
I'm not
He
saying
didn't
he
do it.
deserved to die in L.A.
The
looking
Wendigo
out over
did
the
it.
beach.
Yeah.
But like, no one deserves to
Swift
die
Runner,
in
dude.
Canada.
Everybody loved him.
Well, standing over the trap, the unrepenting cannibal was given the opportunity to address the large crowd that had gathered. He openly acknowledged his guilt and thanked his jailers for their kindness. Then berated his guard for making
That's
him
the
wait.
most Canadian
Yeah, I was
thing
gonna
I've
say,
ever
this is
heard.
so Canada. Well, thanks. I think I'd rather die now, eh? Just fucking. All right, hang him.
Well, then after he thanking the jailers for the kindness, he berated his guards for making him wait in the cold.
We couldn't have gotten to this sooner. Like, what else did y'all have to do today?
Thanks, but really?
Sorry, we had to wait for Staff Sergeant over there.
Yeah. Well, nevertheless, the mounted police must have accomplished their first execution well enough. A more experienced spectator, a Californian 49er named Jim Reed, commented, "That's the purest hanging I ever seen, and it's the 29th."
And he's
the
from
purest-
the gold rush. Like, they hung people all day. It was like dig gold and hang someone.
Is that what the
49er.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that what- I had no idea.
Yeah,
He
play
digs
Hangman
for
somehow.
gold. He wasn't playing football. I
Not
don't
yet.
imagine.
Oh, it's not. It's not. No, it's not Purdiest. It's not Purist. It's Purdiest.
Purdiest,
Yeah,
like pretty.
because it's the 1800s.
I feel like
That's the
you're
prettiest hanging
you're
I
like
was saying.
gentrifying your story over
A
there
little bit
with all the words.
No,
yeah.
that's fine.
Something like that.
From
It's not
bugler
fine,
to
but
burglar.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It makes it
probably
interesting.
Probably should have read this through once.
No, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. So nowadays we view
purist with a
this
D.
as psychosis that the Cree thought to be the work of a Wendigo spirit. At one time in the belt of Parkland that borders the northern plains, it was far from being a rare phenomenon. Usually the symptoms were the same as those displayed by Swift Runner, and in one way or another, most of the afflicted Wendigos met similar violent deaths.
Damn.
Yeah.
Really
and
makes you wonder.
yeah.
Damn Wendigos.
So, and there's many stories like similar to this.
You think he had like a blend of herbs and spices for this, or
See some kind of secret.
oh man,
It's just like it's crazy. Like think of like the last family gathering you've been at, and
Okay.
you're just sitting there,
Yeah.
right? Everybody's kind of talking, and you just like, I want to eat these people.
I thought that
That
at
is
Tanner's
wild.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
too bad we were outside. There was that glass door between
Yeah.
us and everyone else.
Just drooling on the glass door looking at them. They thought I was looking at the food. No
That's it.
fools. Little did they know. Had a little Wendigo in me.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little.
So, the story that I had always heard for the Wendigo
Yeah.
was once you get desperate enough and consume human flesh, which apparently is a thing in really cold forested
Yeah.
areas, then you kind of get taken over. That's when you become a Wendigo. It's like a mutation
Yeah.
that happens to you.
So there's actually a
So
couple.
this is interesting.
There's a couple ways it's said. One of them is that. Another one is if you are like kind of weak spirited.
Yeah.
Here,
If,
Yeah.
If
So-
you's a bitch.
if you's a bitch, yep. It's also said that also if you just have like extreme hunger and cold, and you're already in a state of like weakness, there the Wendigo spirit can take over you as well.
Interesting. Well, that's cool.
So yeah, definitely check out the trailer for Antlers. I think it's
I think
Antlers.
it's Antlers or something like that.
also
yeah.
play Until Dawn.
Yeah, play that. It's a really
it's
good game.
very fun. It's not like a game. It's like a
It's
movie
an interactive
game,
movie, yeah.
yeah.
and it's really fun.
It's like an interactive movie with more gameplay. I'd say.
Typically, like when people come in, they're like, "Well, I'm not really a gamer, but I picked up a PS4." I'm like, "Try Until Dawn."
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's
that's a
great.
good one.
It's got a lot of good actors in it
set
as
it
well. Or I would say famous actors in it.
Remy.
Yeah, Rami Malek.
Yeah.
Malek.
Yeah.
One of the two. Some kind of curse-sounding name.
God.
It does. It sounds like something from Night at the Museum, or something like something they would have yelled out.
At Night at the Museum.
Yeah.
That's
Is that Ben Stiller? Or is
That
that
is Ben
Kevin
Stiller.
no, you're
Kevin
thinking of
James?
Zookeeper. You're thinking of Zookeeper. It's the same,
No, they
but a
just-
little
they-
different.
They had a second one, didn't they? Night at the Museum too?
There's
They had
three.
three.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Remy is in the second one, I think.
He plays
Like the Pharaoh or some shit.
well, hold on.
He plays the guy yelling out the
I
curses.
can almost remember the names.
Big.
He plays Kamun Ra,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
brother of the bad guy from the first one,
Yeah.
which was like
So is he a bad guy?
Akhmun Ra or something like that.
What?
Is it just Ben Stiller in all of them?
I mean, he's the main.
He's definitely in the
character.
first two for sure.
He's in the third one.
Is he?
Yeah.
Man, that's sad that
'Cause
his
they go
career has
to-
gotten to that point.
Come on, all those older actors have been there.
Ben Stiller's not older. We watched a Ben Stiller movie
What do
the
you
other
mean
night that
older?
was
Yes,
very
he is.
good.
He's been
probably
doing
one of his
movies for
50s.
so long.
Probably in his 50s.
Yeah, but he still
Late
looks
40s.
good. He's still funny.
doesn't
Zoolander 2
matter.
wasn't any good, but
What
Look
movie?
at Adam Sandler's
Zoolander
way
2?
worse off than
No.
he is.
yeah, that's a whole different thing. We
No,
don't have
it's
to
not.
talk
They're about
that.
the same, dude. They're about like the same.
Best
and
Adam Sandler movie of all time was Airheads.
Big Daddy.
And we all know it.
Big Daddy. What do you got? What's your?
your 50 First Dates.
Oh, it's a good one.
Oh, That's rough.
No, it's a good one.
No, that's a bad choice.
Shut up. You
No,
like
I've never.
Click,
I mean,
bet.
I really don't know.
I never saw Click.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
love it.
continue
I
to
actually
never
kinda
see
like
Click.
It make you cry?
No.
Liar.
No.
No, Bailey, it's not a tribute to Minecraft.
I wish I still haven't watched.
No. Enough. Tribute to Minecraft is great. Shout out Jay Schlatt. It's a great video.
So I mean, really, that's all I got. I mean,
It's fascinating.
yeah, and like the more you look in, Wendigo is like one of those things where you feel like there's probably not a lot to it, but there's so many cases of it.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating. And this was just the one that I'm like, man, this is really interesting.
Yeah.
Guy goes on a camping trip and comes back a bachelor.
We should tell that story
Ooh.
at a camping trip.
We should.
Yeah.
And then we should say some stuff and summon a thing.
Or just start
Or we just
eating
summon
people.
all the things.
Yeah.
Like if
Let's
we
just really scare Emily. Because I think she's the only one that believes all this shit.
Wait, believes what?
It's a harsh way to put
hold
it.
on,
But
believes what? I was gone for just a second.
I mean, what's your okay? So we already know everybody here's opinion on kind of supernatural and all that. Where do you stand? Ghosts.
Ghosts. I believe in ghosts.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see one. I feel like I just haven't been in
How
the
long?
right place
how long you been waiting?
my entire life.
Yeah, how long you keep waiting?
Hey man,
Do you not
Arrested.
believe in ghosts?
I don't.
Just
No.
wait until one comes and scares the shit out of
Well,
you.
I won't wait.
I would
If
welcome
it
it.
happens. Yeah,
I would
like
welcome that.
If I
See,
die,
I want it to happen.
If I die,
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
feel
come back
like-
and haunt you guys. Like,
That would be dope. That would be
Like,
way
fuck
more
you,
interesting than whatever
just-
else I'm doing.
I
Yeah.
feel like I'm not gonna see one, and like unless I'm somewhere that's haunted or haunted.
Somewhere where
I'm
you
down
put
to go
your-
somewhere
Cool.
haunted.
Yeah.
Norman's the one holding us back.
Let's
Why?
go.
I thought you don't. You kind of do, right? You kind of.
it's like I don't believe, but I'm not gonna put myself in a situation where I could be wrong.
I can't.
where I could be wrong. Yeah, pick your battles.
Yeah,
I know
man.
what you're talking about.
I can't say that I don't believe in them just because I feel like I don't know
Yeah.
where people go when they die.
I don't think.
And if
anybody
there is a
does.
possibility that they can come haunt
Yeah.
places or people, I mean, they would.
Here's my thing.
It's
though.
not like if I died and I didn't have anywhere to go, but if I could go somewhere, I would haunt someone or someplace.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Why what?
If I died, I
cool.
wouldn't hang out in like the decrepit building that I died in.
I feel
I
like
would
you
go.
would be-
Just go to somewhere.
I've
Maybe-
said it before. I'd go to Dave and Buster's.
But maybe
what I
you
would
can't.
Because it's the whitest
I'd
place
play-
we can think of.
I'd play that motorcycle arcade
The
game.
Dave and Buster's ghost.
Maybe
Play the games. They're fun.
maybe you can only go to like the places that you've been.
You get like
Yeah,
get a
it's like a
selection.
very
places-
nostalgic place for yourself. That makes
Exactly.
sense.
It's like
Maybe
you
can-
die and there's a guy with a handful of cards and he's like, all right, we got hotels,
But
we
also,
got
I feel
graveyards,
like-
pick one.
I
No,
also,
see, that's the thing. You just randomly pick, and that's why you get
Also,
stuck.
I
Oh,
feel like-
fucking church again.
Also, I feel like when you when you die and you can just go wherever, I don't think you would just pick some random place. I think you would pick a place that you know where people go and you're used to this place and you want to just be there and haunt people that come in there because you're mad at them that they can go in and you can't.
See,
But
that's what
you,
makes
you're
ghosts
already in.
mad people.
What do you mean because you're a ghost. You're already
I don't
in.
know. I don't get it.
So
Dave and
Tanner-
Buster's.
Ghosts
David,
are real, for
Where's your-
sure.
Where would be your optimal?
My optimal would be Disney World, but I got to be honest, that seems like a long float.
Who's
What's
not
he
And I'm
talking
pretty
to
sure
you?
I'm pretty sure there's a Dave and Buster's up the highway.
think
Was
they
he
have
so-
talking to you
portals?
though?
So how do you think? Why do you think there's not ghosts at Dave and Buster's? Like, oh, this thing just ate my coin. Ghost.
Yeah, that was a ghost.
No.
He's like fucking got you.
No,
That's
because
fucking
that-
Tanner at a Dave and Buster's.
That's mechanical. That is not a ghost.
Well, like he's like before. I don't know. Yeah, how would it work? You would stick your
You'd
ghost
sit
hand in
the
and then
machine, and you
Yeah.
just kind of like.
Yeah.
As it goes through, and it already counts the credit. Nope.
I've got so many quarters, guys.
Bailey,
He goes around and plays the games when the kids are gone. Now I got coins to play.
Bailey, where would you haunt? Where would your hangout spot be as a ghost?
I don't know, man. Like a nice beach on Maui or something.
Yeah.
Just go chill there.
Yeah.
I don't know where mine
Probably, I
would
feel
be.
like haunting a beach would be boring.
I'm not haunting
feel
a
like-
beach. I'm just chilling on the beach.
I feel like if you died, you would have a lot of time to think about it.
What if there's a lot
Unless
of ghosts?
there was like a time limit that you
Yeah.
had.
That's the other thing is like the number of people that have died. If there's ghosts, they should be literally everywhere.
Well, maybe they
The
opt out.
entire Earth.
You know,
They could opt out.
there's the idea that
Reincarnation.
I believe in reincarnation.
Oh,
I do. Well, I like
I
to.
believe in
Yeah.
a thing called love.
And
Just
Dang.
listen to the rhythm of my heart.
No.
he
It's-
said,
I think
and
I'm
thing.
more, when it comes to supernatural in general. I'm more. I want to believe more than I actually
Team
believe.
Sam.
What's that?
What? No, that's a joke.
Yeah, see, I want to believe it.
Because it
I
would
do,
be
but I
it
don't-
would
I
be
just
more
don't. I
I mean, not
interesting.
specifically this.
No, but like
Wendigo
logically,
Story.
like,
No, you do one, you do them all. If you buy into it, you got to buy into
No,
all
that's
of
not
it.
true.
Yo,
Why?
yeah, you don't get to pick and choose.
Why?
If you
Why
want to
not?
believe
Wrong.
it, you got
Free
to
country.
believe all
it's
of
about
it.
as free as it gets.
Wait, you have to believe in
Do I-
all of what?
Do I,
Everything.
Does that mean I
Ghosts,
also have?
aliens,
No.
demons.
No.
Yes,
you don't
Emily, ghosts and aliens.
That's hey, you're a
Both.
Christian. Well, guess what? You're
Yeah.
also Jewish now too.
Ghost-
You can't. No, that you get to pick and choose. That's the whole
they're
thing.
actually very similar.
I
Okay,
do.
well-
I do feel like if you believe in ghosts, that not believing in aliens is kind of like crazy.
Wild, yeah.
Someone
Because,
just got
like-
called out.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yo. Talking
to you,
No,
Em.
because I mean, there's still a possibility that ghosts possibly aren't real.
What
aliens
if
possibly
ghosts
aren't
are
real.
aliens?
I feel like aliens.
Yo, ghost
But I'm just
aliens.
saying-
More likely.
Ghosts. How come there's no ghost aliens here?
Maybe there
There
are.
might be.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
you
You need to rethink your strategy.
Because it's Earth, you already think aliens won't come here in general while they're alive.
That's true. But like,
Like, you want to go haunt Earth?
I don't know.
Hell no.
I don't go to Dave and Buster's.
That's
while
like
I'm
asking me to go to
alive.
hell when I die.
Anyway,
I didn't just
There's
call
like the-
Emily out, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
yeah,
did.
you did.
I really did not mean to do that. I mean,
No, it's cool.
That's cool. That's what we do here.
I'm not. I'm not in the
Yeah, bully her while she's
bully
there.
Emily group chat. Okay.
That could be fixed.
Dang it,
we can add you. Don't worry.
boys. Am I right?
Sexist over here. Jeez.
Yeah,
So-
I am being that.
There's the idea of like energy, right? So when you die, like your
There's-
energy like lingers.
You become like lighter. Your body becomes lighter when
Marty.
you die.
Yeah,
Something like that because your energy leaves.
yeah, and like there's like the idea that your energy lingers.
Tanner
Oh, you
over
believe
here.
in that, Tanner? Oh, wow,
No,
yeah,
he's
that's
saying
crazy.
no, he doesn't
I'm
believe
saying
in it.
no.
Oh,
Like,
Oh, you believe in the energy thing, but not the ghost. Oh, now you get to pick and choose, but nobody else does.
I don't know.
No, I've heard
do you-
this. I don't.
If
I
you
haven't done
if
my
you
own
can
experiments.
find a way to isolate and test this energy thing, then let's do it. I'm all about it.
Well, watch some videos. Let's
fine,
go.
kill me.
You're good at that.
Kill me
I
and
am
then
good
tell
at
me
You're
what
watching
good at
some
watching
videos.
like informational videos. Check it out because I've watched a
Really?
couple. They're
That's
pretty
all
interesting.
she
I took a class my second semester in college over this exact thing, and the conclusion was no. Yeah.
Who said that? Your professor.
Yes, my professor.
I
He
wonder
probably did.
Why you're so cynical now?
Man, I wish I could remember his name because that was a great class. If you get the chance
Not
and
that
you
great.
happen to go to Sam Houston State University, take Foundations of Science. It's a great class.
Or don't. Who cares?
who
There you
cares?
go, dude. Not the ghosts. They're not haunting college.
Y'all are
They're
gonna
only
trigger
haunting
me.
you.
College is the most scarring event that some people go through. They might be
I don't know.
haunted,
High school was pretty awful.
but at least you came out of it debt free.
Well, I
Unless you
came
had
out of
lunch
it with
debt.
no self confidence.
That's true.
If that's what you
I'm gonna
mean.
come out with lunch debt.
Lunch. I don't think you graduate with lunch debt.
You can't.
Holy shit! You're
fucked up.
right.
You didn't pay for your ham
Excuse
sandwich.
Come
my
on.
language.
Fuck.
Death row
You can
inmates
cut
get
that
to
out
choose
because
a
me and
meal.
Bailey both cussed right there, so you can just cut that.
No, you don't get to cut that.
No,
Okay.
No, you're gonna
everything
cut it.
stays.
Anyway,
I will not be censored.
should we?
Yeah, let's do that first. Okay, Bailey, Wendigos, real or not?
I'm gonna go with fake.
Fake.
Like I don't believe in it.
You're saying that man just killed his family for
I think
nothing?
he did. I think
Yo,
it was a psych.
Have you
like
seen Canada?
I think.
No, actually, I haven't.
Oh, me neither.
Yeah, now that I think about it,
I've seen pictures.
No, I think he probably went a little insane. It was probably like a psychology thing or
Cabin
Yeah.
fever.
So,
Wendigos.
yeah, it's something a little like cabin fever. So I think that he went a little insane. He's out there in the woods or whatever, being all
It's also
Wendigo-y.
like it's way
think-
easier to fall into something like that if there's already a precedent for it, especially like a cultural one.
And like he also like tried to explain to them like, oh yeah, I was taken over, but then they were like, hey, we're gonna kill you now, and he's like, yeah, I understand, like I get it. He probably felt pretty guilty about doing it all,
Yeah.
but I think probably all the hype around him probably made him a little crazy.
Oh gosh, I'm awfully sorry, but we're gonna have to hang you now.
He's gonna hang me now, eh? All right.
Well,
Here we go.
Okay, can we stop by the Tim Hortons?
You got a good Canadian accent. There you go. Are you from Canada? Oh my god.
Watch a lot of Canadian YouTubers somehow.
They're everywhere. But no, I'm not a believer.
Okay. I don't care.
I don't feel like I have to go.
Do you believe
So
in-
I kind of believe I agree with Bailey a little bit. Well, mostly. But I also think that people are just crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
Yeah.
he just went a little crazy and then just wanted to cover it up, or
Yeah. Maybe they got into an argument or something.
Maybe,
or he
you
just
know,
wasn't
mental-
actually happy. He was just
you
putting
know,
on a
mental
mask.
illness.
I think it's
You
just
know, maybe
really
he was
weird that he only buried one child.
Yeah,
Favorite kid.
well, that's
That
the
was
thing.
his
Is
favorite.
like
Yeah.
people are weird. You never
Or
know
he
what
just
they'll
didn't get around to
do.
burying everybody else. He did the first one. It's like, damn, that was a lot of work.
I've met.
Also,
I know
like that could have been an isolated thing. Like maybe that kid just had malaria or something.
Could have been.
Like a year beforehand.
Yeah, but that's still considered like if he wanted to kill that kid, it would be. I mean, why would you kill him instead of helping him? I feel like that would be like some sort of mental illness. That
I'm not saying he killed him from the malaria.
No, it's just day and age. Like, yeah, they didn't have the medical
okay.
resources to help him.
They just buried
Yeah,
him.
okay, I see.
And then he was also like, man, you know what sounds tasty? My entire
Yo,
family.
that could make a lot of sense too. Maybe the kid died first, made him a little bit crazy.
That's a
Something
possibility.
like that. This little
Yeah.
deduction going on over here.
Yeah, I see you.
Thinking real hard.
I
Gears
feel
are
like
turning.
I think we just cracked it, guys.
he was psycho.
I think we solved it. Yeah, he killed his whole family.
Wendigo
Killed his whole family.
I think he killed his whole.
Scios.
That's what the Canadian
scoliosis.
government came down to as well. And they hung him.
Wendigo scoliosis.
Wendigo
don't know if we should laugh.
scoliosis.
The guy looks a little weird.
Might eat people.
Some person listening to this is going to be like, "Oh my god, I just killed one of my kids on
do you think?
accident."
Okay,
What do
gotta
you think,
eat it.
Staff
Do they
Sergeant?
think?
Forced burglar? Should we hang him? I don't know. I'm stealing shit. Don't look at me.
Okay, fine. I won't wait the last minute to type everything up. It's fine. It makes sense.
No, it was awesome. I liked it.
That's
It
all
made
I
it more
got.
interesting.
Yeah. was a
no,
fun
it was
story.
good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It was a really good one.
Now,
Now,
on to something really fun.
our new
Our
segment.
new segment.
I'm scared. I was
segment.
like, I went to the bathroom a minute ago, and I was wondering what this was going to be.
Yeah.
I need my Fizzone for this, so one of y'all go first.
Fizzone.
Or I guess we should explain.
well,
Don't
yeah,
first.
go
so we should
first.
explain
Don't
what
go
it is.
first.
Okay, I'm gonna set my
What
mic
is
down.
going on? I have no
we should
idea.
explain what it is. So,
Please explain.
So we came up with a new segment, kind of like last week we kind of did it, and then this week
We're going to really do it.
We're swinging it. you know?
Hey, as long as it's not trivia, because I'm bad at that.
It's not, but it is. So
Can I
I'm
throw
bad
a-
at trivia. Don't do trivia.
Can I
on
throw
me.
a
It's more
terrible
of a
name
guessing
out
game.
for
Yes.
it? Monster or molasses.
I like it. I like it.
okay.
Molasses.
Yeah.
So
There you go. Then you
Every
choose
time.
monster or
So
molasses.
do you know what a cryptid is?
Yeah.
It's
You
okay
don't
if you
sound
don't.
very
It's okay
confident
if you
in
don't.
that.
Isn't it like a
It's like what Bigfoot is.
Y'all remember
And-
Secret Saturdays?
It's like a myth.
Yeah, it's like a myth, like a mythical
Okay,
creature. Okay, so we're each going to give you one, and only one of them is going to be real, and you have to figure out which one's real.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so I've got mine.
Go for it.
Okay.
Oh, how
So-
long is this going to
so-
be? Oh,
Just
gosh.
a
Is
couple
this going to
minutes.
be an entire other segment?
Nah, it should be pretty
Do we
good.
tell her how many are real and how many are fake?
No.
No, I thought you said
Oh,
one
yeah.
was real and
One was
the
real.
others.
Okay,
Yeah.
and the others are
Only
not.
one.
So you have to
Yeah.
decide on which one is monster or molasses.
So
Monster is real, molasses is
Is
fake.
not, yeah.
yes.
Although I feel like both of them are real. Technically.
I feel like molasses is real.
It is a
Monsters
it's a real
can
thing.
be real if you want them
But
to
it could
be.
be like it's
if you
either a
believe in
monster
them.
or it's molasses.
Okay, but so like the thing is like obviously I don't think any of them are real. So two of them are completely made up by us, and one of them is like an actual.
Yeah, they're not. They're. It's like old,
Extant
like an old
thing.
myth. Like
Okay,
Yeah.
this
So
will
think-
be fun because I have no idea.
Okay.
Go.
Good. So mine's a local one. Well, localish. I actually heard about it when I lived in Huntsville. So this is from Huntsville, Texas. At the Captain Joe Bird Cemetery is actually where it kind of originated from. And it's called the Jailbird is what they called it, but no one really knows.
So
What
this is
it
the
is-
real one because you're.
why? How do you know
Well,
we're
no,
not
you
all
have
gonna
to-
He could be.
You
He
have to
could be
guess.
acting because, like, when I did mine last week, mine was fake, but I was looking at my phone the whole time, pretending. Like,
Okay,
oh,
well, I'm
reading
just saying
something.
because he's like,
I got
well,
the
it
goobs up,
originated
though.
here
I
and
mean-
nobody knows.
So
Okay, well,
Okay.
no, I see now. Okay,
Well,
listen,
no,
listen
so-
to the details and try to.
So
determine if
it's an
bullshit.
Got it.
older one, and it hasn't been seen in a long time. I never saw it, and I looked.
so it's fake.
But they're all fake.
Molasses.
They're all fake. So it's a small, like not super small, but
Get your
smallish
story straight.
Figure it
Tanner.
out. Figure it out.
humanoid
is so
thing.
molasses.
Smaller human
Banana for
thing.
scale.
But it has not human eyes, but it's a human body ish.
Molasses.
Hold on. Let him finish.
And basically, it just hangs out at the Huntsville
The
Prison
cemetery?
Cemetery, and it doesn't bother anyone. It's just kind of there. You can catch it sometimes sneaking around. Usually, just kind of rearranges flowers that people leave out. But like no one said anything bad about it yet.
Molasses.
Okay.
Okay, who's next? We have your guess.
I'm guessing right now.
You want to go,
but-
Bailey? Or
Yeah. I'll go.
Okay, Bailey's ready.
Oh, did you all prepare something?
Yeah, we're all gonna go.
We're all,
Okay,
we're
but-
all
have a
looking
thing.
at
Are y'all
something.
preparing it now?
I'm ready.
Or...
I mean, we're all ready.
I'm just reading mine off my phone.
Okay, cool.
So mine is the Kappa, also known as the
He's
River
not
Child.
looking at his phone.
I am looking at my phone. Stop. Also known as the River Child. They are a yokai. We talked about yokai on the last
Isn't
episode.
it also a Twitch emote?
It is. Kappa is a Twitch emote.
Interesting.
But Kappa, and it's spelled the same way as well. Kappa. That's the like English version of it, but it's
Yeah.
actually
I think
originated
it's
from
actually.
Can you tell me the
Japanese.
story,
I think it's
please?
actually Greek.
No, it's not. So
Haha.
it's a
It literally
humanoid-like monster that sits out by the river, and so the way they look is they're very scaly, and they kind of look like turtle people, but
Molasses, dude.
but they're kind of short.
That's where you draw the line. Turtle.
I draw the line.
I'm not
It's
even done yet. It gets crazy.
I didn't even get to finish mine
They're
at all.
They're short. They're shorter. They're probably about like
I'll come back
around
to
this
you.
tall. Probably like the same height as you, Carly. So like, no,
First
I'm just
of all,
kidding. And they have these dish like things on their head. So they carry water in the dish on their head, and if it spills out, it makes them weaker. They're said to, wait for it, get very violent with humans that go around their river and attack them and rip out an organ from their anus.
Just any old thing they catch. Anything they
okay.
grab?
I feel like this is very detailed, so I'm gonna.
Tanner's supposed to, but you didn't let him finish.
I didn't let him finish.
That's true.
Okay,
He didn't let me finish.
but-
I didn't get to get into physical
Well,
descriptions
we'll come
or
back to
anything
him,
like that.
but yours is very detailed.
Yeah.
So I'll keep that in mind.
That what you got?
Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. So that's the kappa.
Rearrange the flowers. That's
but
cool.
yeah, I think the weirdest thing about them is that they
you.
have this like little indention, like dish that they keep water in their head, which is weird.
Cool. So that's definitely fake.
Yeah.
Molasses.
All right. Well, let's hear more.
Tanner, did you want to finish yours, or are we going to circle back to that?
I got like the important stuff. It hangs out around the graveyard. Like people see it slinking around, but they never catch like a real good view. But like pale skin, but not an inhuman color of pale. Just like a you could see a person being that pale if they didn't hang out.
Is it like an armadillo?
Kind of like me. I'm pretty pale.
Are we talking about animals?
Armadillos are fairly tan.
Are we talking about armadillos here?
No, it's like
mine was the turtle
animals.
just like it's a person, and like if you saw them, you'd be like, "Oh man, they need to get out more." You know, like that kind of pale.
Albino?
Homeless?
Not albino.
Well, that's
though.
different.
Because albino is like super pale.
But no, other than
they're
that,
like pale-ish.
relatively humanoid, but with exaggerated features. So like they have hands and feet that are normal hands and feet, but like they're a little
monkeys
too big for their body.
Silverback apes.
Maybe it is a monkey because Mothman is just a harpy eagle.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to hear. I want to hear
cool.
Norman's. Let's go.
So this story actually originated in Jacksonville, Florida.
I know that place. I have family there.
It's just a dude.
I have family there.
It's just Florida
It is-
man.
Well, it's
They're all
definitely
Florida
man.
man.
So the story goes is that Florida man, Florida man had a son, Florida boy. more accurate, Florida teen.
Really sounded like Monster. right now.
He was a teenager.
I don't think so.
And the way the story goes
You
is
don't think
that
any of them
Florida
are
man and Florida
It
teen
sounds more real than yours does.
were out fishing when, unfortunately, Florida teen got caught by a gator.
As happens.
As
in
happens
Florida.
down there.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like a myth.
that
This
happens
sounds
like
this sounds like Tuesday in Florida.
And unfortunately, as hard and brave as Florida man was to try to fight the gator off, the gator was able to drag the son down into the water, drowning him and eating him. But weeks later, strange occurrences started happening. People in that same area of where the teen initially drowned, people started seeing
Tallahassee, right?
no, Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah. People started seeing a half body, kind of like they'll see it like swimming, but they'll notice that it's not
Doesn't have
kicking
legs.
its legs.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then they started noticing the kind of the wildlife in that pond kind of not as vibrant as it was. People have sightings of it. They actually named it Chum, which is pretty sick considering.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. But they say it's the dead body of the
boy.
teen that died,
Yeah.
and he has no lower half. And as he's swimming, you can see the red coming
Streaking
streaking behind him.
Nice.
Okay, cool. So I feel like
so we got Chum, Jailbird, and
Kappa.
Kappa.
okay.
Which
Well,
one do
I
you think
have
is real?
questions.
well,
I think
yeah.
Norman's. I feel like if it was real, he would have wanted to do a segment on that already because it sounds very interesting.
Well, I feel like
they
he,
all
So
sounded
it could
interesting.
be.
he wrapped it up pretty
but
quickly.
I feel like
though.
his is
we gotta
very.
stretch this into like
I feel
an
like
hour and
Norman's
20
is
minutes.
very realistic. Not realistic. I mean, if you believe in ghosts
If you believe in
or
Chum.
whatever.
Oh, because mine's
Yeah.
from Japan. That's why.
I would like to hear more from Tanner and Bailey.
Okay, what
Can
would you
I
like
do
to
that?
Ask.
Yeah. What else?
Yeah, throw some questions at us.
Just tell me more. That's all.
Like,
There's not much
what?
else to tell.
So yours was
Jailbird.
Jailbird, and
That's just like
It didn't
he's
look
in
like a bird,
cemetery. And
so the eyes are why they call it that because it has like owl eyes, kind of.
Oh.
But no one really catches a good view of it, and also there's just a ton of jails in Huntsville, so like that has to be
Okay.
where that comes from.
so, what about the flowers that it moves?
I mean, a lot of people say that it would take flowers from people who don't deserve them and give them to people who do deserve
So is
them,
it
and
some
some
sort of
people think it's just
possum?
like.
Maybe.
I feel like that's too selective for a possum, but
I feel like yours could possibly be
plausible
real.
than Monkey in Huntsville. I feel like Monkey is less plausible than
Well, I was being silly.
That's actually pretty cool.
I was being silly. But
It's a cryptid that really doesn't kill or murder anything. It's I don't think you deserve this. I'll be taking this.
It's like I said, it's an older one. Like I never saw it when I was there. But like that cemetery is supposed to be just super creepy.
Yeah.
I never went out there, but even just like one of the jails was on my walk to the donut shop when I lived in the dorms. And even just walking by the jail is like super creepy. So I can't imagine what the prison cemetery would be like, you know?
Okay, cool. So I feel like Tanner's is kind of believable a little bit, but only if...
Do I get a rebuttal?
Yes.
Okay, so you were asking, Norm, the organ, whatever organ they pull out from the anus, is actually a...
That was like 3 hours ago.
I wasn't ready for this. I was going to...
It was actually a mythical organ called the Shiri Komodama?
I was going to make a very sexist joke, but I decided not
No,
to.
that's molasses, dude. That's so molasses.
Okay.
What
What
does that mythical organ do?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't read that far in.
Maybe you should read farther right now.
Are you?
And I'll come back to you.
I tried.
All right, last round of questions. If you have any more questions for anyone, shoot.
Okay. Bailey.
God damn it.
Your molasses
What that
story.
organ do?
I don't know.
Mythical organ?
How many
Girl, I got
people
you.
have seen this? Who said...
It's like...
Who said
so
this?
it's a yokai. So it's very popular, like mythical beast within Japan. There's like tons of them that do different things, but it's all fake stuff, you know.
Okay,
like,
it's fake stuff, molasses.
They're all fake. That's the whole point. They're all mythical creatures.
All right,
fake like ghosts.
Any more questions for me or Norman?
Yes.
Fake like ghosts.
Okay. Me?
No, hold on. I'm thinking.
Well, you turned to me a little bit. So
I
that's why
turned because he's out. He's molasses.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
Sorry, Bailey.
That's fine.
You know you're molasses. Don't even be upset.
Don't even be upset.
If I would have wrote it myself, it would have been a lot better. So
I'm not the alien.
Can I have like a question for each of you?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tanner. Well, no. I'm gonna do Norman first.
Okay.
So, how popular was that story whenever you read about it? How many people knew about it?
It seems like it was a pretty well-known urban legend in Jacksonville, Florida. I think the article that I read it from, I think it was like a Tallahassee publication or something like that.
Oh yeah. It sounds like you're trying to make something up right now.
I mean,
I'd like to object.
Okay, you know what?
Tanner's really good at making things up. He made his friends believe in a vampire. So.
That was in elementary school.
And then he believed in that vampire.
So I
believe
feel like Norman's kind of, saying some truth.
I just don't have a way I don't have a way to gauge.
Yeah,
how many people?
That's a hard
another
question
for
to gauge.
Tanner.
Okay.
So nobody knows what the thing is. That's
okay. So the story that I heard was that it was like a failed execution.
Shiri Kodama.
Because Huntsville gets
Okay, can I guess now?
tons of executions.
Yeah, go for it. Who do you think is molasses? Who do you think is monster? So you think me? I'm molasses.
You're
Who's
molasses.
real?
Tanner's,
Who do you think is real?
I mean, no, not Tanner.
No,
Bailey is molasses.
Okay, just
Name
go
the
ahead and say
molasses
monster
first.
or molasses.
There's
I'm
only
molasses
one
first.
real one.
I know.
So who do you think is real?
I think Tanner is the real one.
Ooh.
Or was it? No, wait, hold on. Was it Norman?
Go. Make your final guess. Make your final guess.
Wait, hold on. Can I have two more questions?
No more questions. That's it.
questions.
Okay, let me think for a second. Can we just pause and let me think in my head?
You done guessed.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it doesn't matter.
Let's give a second.
I feel like because Tanner's saying that what he's heard of this place and he's heard this and that, I feel like he's accidentally saying that this is what people have told him. Okay. Maybe not. Oh my gosh. If it's Norman, I'm
So who do you think is fake?
So
who do you think is fake out of them two, since you already chose me as fake?
Who's molasses?
Molasses is.
I want to announce who it is, though.
Okay. Oh no.
So go ahead. You gotta pick who's Molasses, and that will.
I think
true
Norman
monster.
is Molasses.
All
I
right,
think Tanner
okay.
is.
So you were
Tanner
right
is
with
real.
Norman being Molasses.
That's true.
So
Oh no, are you the real one?
Tanner was actually Molasses as well.
Oh,
Mine was real.
Yeah, Bailey's is
No
real.
way.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no way that somebody's such an
I
anus
actually have
out.
it pulled up right here.
Actually,
That's fake.
No,
That's
this
so
is
fake.
this is real. This
I've
is
actually
real.
heard
Wiki-
about
oh,
that
is that
guy.
Actually,
Wikipedia?
doesn't it also
Actually-
like drag children underwater?
See, that's what I heard too. And then when I was looking it up before we started recording, I couldn't find anything about that. But the Pokemon Lotad, Lombre, and Ludicolo were all based after this myth.
There's
You know what? You did a very good job of
Making it seem
acting like
fake?
well because you were very like, oh, I don't really want to talk about it, and then whenever you did, you were like, oh, well, let me tell you about this.
I just couldn't find that much information on it, honestly.
Yeah.
There wasn't a
So
whole lot of
what
information.
makes it?
Well, no, it's
Well,
real
then what
because
makes
that's
it
what
monster?
because
It's
it
like
was
a-
an actual myth.
It's a set thing in Japan culture. Like
Yeah,
that is,
like
the Kappa
yokai.
is a thing.
Like how
Okay, I
Bigfoot
thought-
is here. Like if
All
you say
right,
Bigfoot,
I thought we were doing.
Like I don't
People
have
know.
like they're like
Real
what did
things.
Bigfoot read? It's like I don't fucking know. he's just a big hairy guy. Like that's all they had for this monster.
Well, I
was
feel
that.
like all three of you are Molasses, and I
That's
win.
fair.
well,
No,
yes,
no.
most definitely.
That's
Mine
fair.
was-
So I
Well,
win.
yeah, I think they're all
and
fake,
Good
not
night,
real
everybody.
things.
Thanks for listening to us.
It's just gonna shut it
Look, they even
down.
have a picture of it. Look, that's
I
what
am-
it looks like.
Well, that's just a dog.
Can I at least get an award
That
for
doesn't
a
look
cool
like it
name?
would-
It even has a little indentation.
That is a
at the
cool
bottom.
name.
Yeah.
No,
It's
yours
the
was
anus.
good all the way
It
through.
pulls, it pulls.
I appreciate
Look,
that.
you want to read
There
the
was
card?
like I knew which one was real, and I was still like, oh,
They are
really?
often
Oh,
accused
oh.
of assaulting humans in water and removing a mythical organ called the Shiri Kodama from the victim's anus.
That's
Like,
so
a-
fake. That's so
Well,
fake.
yeah, it's a fake
You're on
myth.
Molasses.
It's
Do
a
better
myth.
next time.
Hey,
It's
girl,
okay. I can.
let me see that
I mean,
Shiri
The whole
Kodama.
point is it's always going to be a myth, but one of them is not made up by.
Okay,
us.
I see. I
Yeah,
see.
they're all
I see.
fake.
So
But
okay,
this is
I see
this is a
that.
thing
Can you
that's
bleep
been
that out,
folklore
please?
forever.
Okay, so my I was thinking for some reason that one of them was going to be real.
Because you believe in ghosts.
I do believe in ghosts.
Well,
And
if one of them was
also,
going to be
you
real,
should.
it would be like mine and Norman's, and then Bailey would be like, it's a fish.
Well, that's why I was like, oh, anus.
Commonly known
It's
as
so
carp.
false.
It's a turtle man. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about if it was the real one?
Yeah.
It's actually just a turtle.
It's like a turtle man,
Snapping
but
turtle.
without the man part.
Yeah.
It's known to aggressively attack fingers if you put it too close.
That's I'm
We're down to one White Claw. Hey, White Claw.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor.
Also, freshly, any of those food things sponsor us.
Yes, and Emily's mom, you should have done 12
Wait, can I have
shots
the
by
last
now.
one?
So
Yeah, go for it.
yeah, you're fine. I don't know if you could hear him
Sure.
opening, but
Time.
Like the segment. I like the segment.
You haven't heard
That
mine
is fun.
because I know how to open them
It's
very quietly.
I feel like I did
You're
it.
welcome,
I
Emily's
picked a good
mom.
one for it to seem fake because it seems so ridiculous. That's what I was telling
Yeah.
Tanner in the car too. Like pulling a mythical organ from their anus.
their
I was
anus.
like, what?
Yo, I should have saved that one yokai with the eyeball for a butthole. I should have saved that one for this segment.
you sent me a picture of that.
Hey, when
it's
we
so
bring a
good.
guest
I
on,
wasn't prepared to
Yeah.
receive
When
a
we bring a
picture
guest
of
on.
that when you sent
You
it.
can still make it a segment.
Granted, the listeners
I
will
will.
probably know that it's
Yeah.
real,
That's true.
but
Are we trying to
We'll have a guest that doesn't,
Hey,
though,
but-
and then we'll be fine.
We'll just bully him.
Attention, Tanner.
Yes.
Goat people.
It
Work
has
on it,
been
man.
No, it's been requested, and I had planned to research it this week and present it today, but a few days ago it came to my attention that Emily would not be here. Which, by the way, we haven't talked about it. Like we've joked a little bit, but she's homesick right now, and we do feel bad about that.
She has the
we,
flu.
We
yeah,
miss
she
her.
has the flu.
She is
Everyone,
an
pray for
integral
Emily.
part of the show.
Yeah.
So
She's really gross right now.
yeah.
Snot and
pretty
throw
rough.
up everywhere.
Stop, that's
it's
my
pretty rough.
girlfriend.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I love Emily. I wish it was here.
But I didn't want to do goat people without Emily.
I think that's out of respect.
That's very nice. That's very nice.
And I did. I had
Plus,
a backup
Norm had
topic that
his
I'd still
topic
like
ready
to do.
for last
You know what
week.
we could do, though?
Or
I
not
didn't know.
ready, but in mind.
We
Yeah.
could call her and just... No, that's too much.
No. But I am working on. Also, it's tough because I'm pretty sure my granny just made up all of the goat people things.
No. Because
Well, no, there's
Hector.
the goat man.
No, Hector knows all about goat people as well.
All right, well, Hector
Yeah,
and I
go
might have
bring
to
the
sit
thing.
down. And...
Yeah, we'll
Who
bring
in
him
the
on
heck
or
is
something.
Hector?
Yeah, who's
We used to work with him. He's
Who
really
Oh,
cool
no,
guy.
she's met Hector. He was...
You met Hector, yeah. He called
He was,
Tanner Tyler. He was Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury at Halloween.
Oh, he has the cool hair.
No,
I thought it was
No.
fake.
I wish I was
Mustache.
known for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the other guy, because the guy with the cool hair.
Whose joke
was
is that
somebody
I'm
else.
Oh, Goose? Who had the
The
cool
hair with the guy
I
with the
don't have
hair,
hair.
and I was like, "Is your hair real or fake?" I
Who was
realized
that?
that Freddie Mercury
I don't
had
remember.
no hair.
What does his hair look like?
Oops. Oh, I was talking about the guy with the hat. He was don't remember, but I asked you if it was his real hair, and it was his real hair.
I don't
Turns
remember.
out. We were
Okay.
sitting in the living room.
Interesting.
Was it... never mind.
The guy, and he had
Was it David?
the hat, and he had curly hair, and
Oh,
I was
cowboy
like, "Is
hat?
that his real hair?" And
Was he
you
wearing
were
the
like,
cowboy
"Yeah,
hat?
it is." And you were like, "Hey, take your hat off. Show her it's your."
Oh, yeah, it was David.
David? Yeah.
Yeah.
David does have some pretty cool hair. Super
Anyway.
curly, long hair.
Sorry for all of that.
You can
We
cut,
can cut it.
You can cut
Yeah.
it.
But
It's so easy for everyone else to just be
Yeah,
like,
just
oh,
cut
yeah,
it,
you
just
can
cut it.
Just cut it.
That requires me actively listening to
I
this.
fucking you
So
do it
actively
anyways.
listen.
I watched the editing process.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah,
Oh my gosh,
you watched
I'm so
me do
sorry.
it, and you
You're
were
good,
like,
you're good.
hey, we can probably cut that. And I was like, oh, man, I wasn't even listening. Yeah, we probably should.
Oh yeah. Cool, maybe we can both just do that from now on.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're editing. I'll come over.
It's
and
not
do
gonna
it.
be
I'll
a
probably
new
over.
job.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
I mean,
we'll
and once
probably
we're in
be
the
here.
house too.
Cut.
Once
Okay,
we're in
good.
our new place, we'll be there.
All
so
right. So, end cut. That was it.
yeah.
That was the show.
That's all we
Wow.
got
Cool.
tonight.
I really
Emily,
like the
we
new
miss
segment.
you. Where are you?
She's at
I
home.
need another female by my side.
You got me and
Cut that
Tanner.
too.
No, that's all right. I'll leave that.
We'll leave that.
I guess let's call it a night.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you all for
it
listening.
does.
For those that made it this far, really appreciate it.
Yes.
If you have any other segment ideas, or if you have any suggestions on topics, let us know.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
want, if
definitely.
you have anything that you've been dying to know about, and you want someone to do 4 hours of research and then tell you about it,
Or if you
that's
want to
good.
Let
hear
us
about
know.
Bailey's anus pulling myth thing.
can we just
Yeah,
call
the
it the
Kappa.
Bug Goblin?
It's called a kappa.
It's called the Bug Goblin.
But also,
Anus goblin. Can we just
not
leave
just
it?
choosing a topic, maybe choosing one of the members here to do the
Oh,
topic
yeah.
as
Ain't
well
gonna
would be
be me.
really
If
If
interesting.
you prefer anyone's
Ooh, why does
style,
she
feel
me?
free. I won't take it personally.
Don't prefer me because it will be all over the place. So
I'm just a guest, so
I will just make Emily do it.
I am also
Okay,
a
cool.
guest, so.
If you have a topic you'd like Emily to research and present, feel free to suggest it. All right, let's call that a night, guys.
All right, I'm Bailey. You can find me at Basilbub, BAESILBUB, on Twitter and Instagram. I've been streaming as well, twitch.tv/Basilbub. Go watch me. I'm thinking about doing some scary games. That's in the theme of this. I
I
have
want to do that IKEA game with you once they get the multiplayer back online. Because that sounds super fun.
Yeah.
SCP-3008?
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
I
would
didn't know
love
they had
to
a
do
game
that.
for that.
Yeah, they do.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that, but I still have all the Amnesia games I need to get through. I got halfway through the first one, maybe. So
Man, that's a
and
trek
that was
getting through
probably
those games, though.
It's probably my best stream ever. Was doing the first game, so I'll be doing more of those. Trying to cut back from the League content a little bit because that's all I've been doing, and it's been getting me nowhere really.
Can't afford the chemo.
Yeah, that's about it.
This is the wrong show for that. I'm Tanner. I'm still Tanner on Twitter. That's pretty much it, actually.
Excuse me. For you.
Yeah, for me.
Okay, I thought you were just gonna cut it there.
No, like I have an Instagram, but I don't remember
He said,
my
that's
handle.
about it. Done.
Funny, I
Bye.
only have an Instagram that I post on.
I am Norm. You can find me at Unhappy Bananas on most everything. You can also find me on that on Twitch. I have Unhappy Bananas on Twitch.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'll stream. I was actually thinking about just investing in a really good computer and
Yeah.
Hey, if
No.
you want to put together a build, I'll help.
Tax returns.
yeah, dude, definitely.
That's what I did with mine.
And then our special guest today.
It's
Perfect
me.
timing.
Hi, I'm Kara Lee, and I don't really post on anything, but I do have Instagram that I post on maybe every 6 months.
Nice.
It's Carol Lee, CareOhlee. Woo.
Cool. Got it all.
That's all.
make sure to check out our website, channel3media.com. I just updated our merch tab. We have some actually good merch now, which is really nice.
I like the new logo for this Spook Troop.
I do as well, and I got
really
a transparent background version to print on all of our merch, which is cool.
Awesome.
Nice.
So do that, and then we are on Patreon at Channel 3 Pod.
That goes towards all the
shows in the network.
Yeah, all the
Wait,
shows.
let Marty say bye too.
All the shows right now. We should say.
Yes,
it's just what we have now.
Yeah, there are some more shows in the works.
We're trying to expand some more. But
we're looking at some new ideas that I think are going to be really interesting. But we'll get into that later. So go to the website, links to this show as well as our other show, Channel 3, and anything upcoming will also be there. And I'm trying to get a bunch of other stuff on the website, but I need everyone else to cooperate. Anyway, good night. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
Good night.
Sorry, Mom.
Was that Canadian?
Sorry,
British?
I really
Sorry,
hope
Mom.
Marty makes it in this.
My mom was telling me that